Hello, I am Wallace, the Polish toy guy, and today I'm bringing a new Transformers review for you. You see, I was just finishing up my series of reviews of Revenge of the Fallen Devastator Legends class for my Polish channel, and I thought to myself, why not make something about Revenge of the Fallen in English as well? And I was thinking, maybe do something that is so simple that it doesn't require how to transform video, but is interesting enough to actually earn a review. So after browsing my Bayformers shelves, I've decided to show you my 3 Gravity Bots. Toys that may seem childish, but actually I think they gain more and more value as they age because of what they do. Just like it was the case with the first movie, Revenge of the Fallen toys branched out into 2 directions. The first one being regular Transformers with all the regular classes, Deluxes, Voyagers, etc. and toys that were simpler and aimed at younger audience that could not stand the more intricate transformations or just wanted to have quicker fun with their toys without having to go through the pain of transforming them. And Gravity Bots, of course, belong to the second group, and I find them quite nice for what they are, for what they seem. They offer a lot of fun, no matter your age. Actually, depending on your age, you might find them charming for different reasons. So, let's take a look at Optimus Prime, because, well, he is the Autobot leader, to show us what to expect from this. These toys are roughly deluxe sized, maybe slightly heavier, but the quality plastic, everything is on par with regular Transformers for all the audience, save for transformation of course. But yes, they feel sturdy, they feel nice, they do have some nice paint on them. As you can see, all of this silver, a small Autobot logo. So, you know, they may be simpler, but they are still designed for kids and sometimes adults to enjoy them, not only for the sake of transformation, and I appreciate that. And of course, all of them roll nicely on the floor, even Starscream, who sadly can't fly, but then again, was there ever a time that he actually could? Oh well. Let's take a look at Bumblebee now. He transforms into a Camaro, just like Prime transforms into a truck. And again, it's a quite nice toy. Now we have painted wheel rims. Very nice details, if slightly split apart by the transformation sequence. So yes, these are chibified, but in a way that I think is still quite charming even to adults. I think design-wise, Starscream is the least interesting of them because, well, when you try to chibify something such as F-22 Raptor, it may be difficult, especially with the gimmicks that these toys incorporate. But still, Decepticon logo, painted canopy, lots of Cybertronian paint applications. That looks nice. Actually, I wouldn't really mind this mode as much if it wasn't for this huge bulge between the rear stabilizers, but that's a necessity considering what this toy does. But still, for small children, it might be fully acceptable, no problem. And yes, you can hear all of these toys have some wobble, but that is also related to the way they transform, and I think we had enough of visual analysis of them, so now we can actually transform them. And now this is the really fun part about these. They are called Gravity Bots because they are transformed by gravity. So let's transform them by simply standing them on their backs. 1, 2, 3. And this is probably as easy of a transformation as you can get with movie Transformers. And I remember that I did not really like that when Revenge of the Fallen was in cinemas, but now, after 9 years, I really like this. I'm going to tell you why in a second, but let's look at Robot modes, which are quite simple. All of them transform the same way, so you can expect the shoulders to be just parts of the vehicle mode. You can have some internal robotic details in the forearms, beneath the armor plates, and also the feet that were previously visible, and some additional paint beneath these rotating parts. This also nicely imitates Bumblebee's regular chest, and the head is quite nice. Really well painted with blue eyes. This is definitely Bumblebee, no mistake about that. And the same can be said about Optimus Prime. These new chest details pop up. This actually slides down when it shifts into position. We have robotic hands, his legs, and a slightly less obscured head thanks to no flap on the back. This is definitely nice. I think it actually could fit on a regular, non-child designed Transformers from this line. Really great. So definitely these do have aesthetic elements that please me, despite most of my Bayformers being regular Transformers. And then we have Starscream, which again kind of looks like some hooded robot. Because he has wings over here, he has the most robot details visible in this mode. And they are nice. And the head is also... okay, I admit. I don't really like the head, not because it has less paint than the other two, but I just never liked Starscream's head design, so... Well, I suppose you can do this with him. And it looks kind of adorably silly. But still, out of all of these three, he is my least favorite, but still he shares the same transformation mechanic, which still makes him noteworthy. And now let's talk about that. And I think Starscream is the best to showcase this because his gimmick is the most visible in vehicle mode. This bulge serves a purpose of housing a weight that I think is resting on a diagonal slope that goes like this in this section, and this weight is connected to a lever that will push all of these parts in one way or another depending on how the toy is set. If it's in this position, it will pull all of them into vehicle mode. If the toy is standing up, shall we say, it will push everything into robot position. Like this, and again like this. Now, to prevent this from actually transforming without your intent, there are two small locks, one for each mode, that will prevent the toy from accidentally transforming. So, if you want to transform it into robot mode, this has to be recessed into the shell, as you can see, like that. And this also has to be recessed. In this case, it's hidden as the landing gear to revert Starscream back into jet mode. And the same goes for the other two. So Optimus Prime has one lock over here, one over here. And Bumblebee also has one over here for robot mode, and one for vehicle mode. So it's simple, but I think the final effect is really great. And I'm not really talking only about kids who want to have an instant transformation of their toys and they don't mind them looking like they do, where they have just some 50% resemblance to what they see on the big screen. Some time ago, I also found out that these are excellent tools for adults to be used as icebreakers during meetings with new people, your neighbors, some acquaintances of your friends. These will work miracles in my experience, and the way they can work is that, let's just say that hypothetically, and it is fully possible, the conversation drifts to you collecting Transformers. And let's say that you are meeting at your house, so you can technically show some of your toys to your acquaintances, and they may watch them, You can show them how to transform them perhaps, and they might even say that, oh, that's nice. Do you think you have one that I could actually transform without breaking it? And then I say, of course, and I bring in these three guys. And they look at them, they are surprised. Okay, so how do I start this transformation? What is the first step? And I'm telling them there's only one step. Put them on their backs. And they do, and they see these transform from one mode to another, and they instantly start laughing at how simple this is. I've tested this method, I think some 3 to 4 times now, and it always works. This is an excellent way of showing them that Transformers can be for everyone, because even if they are intended for children, they can still bring out some joy in adults, and I really like Gravity Bots for having this effect on people. So I think that Gravity Bots are really great, simple transforming toys. Children will appreciate how fast they transform between modes without any hassle, and I think adults will also find a use or two for how simple their transformations are. So I think that they are worth recommending no matter the age of the intended user. And I also want to point out that you don't have to buy Optimus Prime, Bumblebee or Starscream to enjoy this type of toys. This is just the first wave, and we also had toys for, I think, Barricade, Skids, Mudflap and Sideswipe. So there's a bit more variety available if you so choose. If not, I think that no matter what I think about the characters, their toys are still quite nice, especially Optimus Prime and Bumblebee. Starscream's okay, but these two are really great examples of how Gravity Bots work. And for a few quick comparisons, here are Gravity Bots next to Age of Extinction Dinobots Scorn and Slag, deluxe versions, as well as Masterpiece, Sunstreaker and Ironhide, because why not? And for robot mode comparisons, we also have other versions of these characters. So Dark of the Moon Deluxe Starscream, Dark of the Moon Deluxe Bumblebee, First Movie Legends Class Optimus Prime, and Dark of the Moon Commander Class Optimus Prime. And for objects from real life, here we have the common cola can and $1 bill. So, since I've already done the to sum it all up routine, it's time to say goodbye. This is all for this video, and I will be back with the next one soon. And until then, stay well. Polish Toy Guy, signing out.